Scorbunny Community Day is this weekend. There are some hidden reasons you need to play this day, and we're going to show you what those are. We're going to do a full event breakdown. We've got 2 new move updates we need to talk about. We've got a shiny debut, and right at the end, we are going to show you how to maximize this day like a pro. This is Scorbunny Com Day. Go with us. Let's get time and date out of the way. This fast little bunny will be spawning on your screen for 3 hours only on Saturday, the 14th of March at 2 p.m. local time, running all the way until 5 p.m. So we're 3-hour time frame. But let's focus on our featured Community Day Pokemon. Scorbunny. Scorbunny is a fire-type starter Pokemon originally coming from the Galar region in Generation 8. Scorbunny can evolve into Reboot using 25 candy and finally into Cinderace using 100 candy, which is also a pure fire type. It's important to mention this now. If you evolve Reboot into Cinderace up until 9 p.m. that night, you will get access to the move Blast Burn, the legacy fire type move on Cinderace. Blast Burn in trainer battles is going to do 110 power, and in gyms and raids is going to do 120 power, which definitely improves this Pokemon. However, there is another move update coming to this Pokemon, which is not a legacy move, but it's going to be added to its move pool called Pyro Ball. Pyro Ball in trainer battles is going to do 75 power, but in gyms and raids it's going to do 150 power. So how good does this make Cinderace in Pokemon GO as of 2026? Well, let's have a look at its base stats. It has a max CP of 3412, an attack of 238, which is pretty solid, but the defense and stamina are slightly below average at 163 and 190. So overall, a solid attacking Pokemon. It is weak to 3 different things, which is going to be ground, rock, and water. And the fast attacks it has access to is going to be Tackle and Fire Spin. The charge moves are going to be Flamethrower, Flame Charge, Focus Blast, Blast Burn, and now of course Pyro Ball as well. Because Scorbunny is a quick and fast-paced Pokemon, it got me thinking about today's sponsor, U7Buy. U7Buy is a gaming marketplace where you can buy discounted in-game currency and items, including Pokecoins and event tickets for Pokemon GO. Established in 2010, they have satisfied over 5 million customers and they've completed over 12 million orders. For example, if you look on the screen right now, guys, 1,200 Pokecoins is going to cost me like $5. And if you want to save even more with them, please just use our code, which is going to be GWUZA at checkout to get an extra 5% off on their already very low prices. Check the link in the description to get started and grab your extra discount code. But what bonuses are going down during this day? It looks like the main bonus is going to be quarter egg hatch distance, 2 times catch candy, 2 times Candy XL chance for trainers level 31 and up, 3-hour incenses, but that does not include your daily incense. You're going to get 5 snapshot surprises to get photobombed 5 times by Scorbunny. This Scorbunny can also be shiny, and it's a good time to mention now that Shiny Scorbunny will be making its debut on this day, and it is going to have a 1 in 25 shiny rate, including everything coming from field research as well. And it is an absolutely stunning shiny. It has just a little slight lighter tinge of orange, but once it does go into that Cinderace, it looks super sharp. It's going to be 1-hour lure modules, and we can also do 1 additional special trade per day. Again, we've told you so many times, please take advantage of special trades. We leave some examples from time to time on screen. Doing special trades is one of the most underrated things in Pokemon GO, and up until 9 p.m. that night is going to cost 50% less Stardust to make these trades. Speaking of that field research though, we will be able to complete tasks that can award us with a Scorbunny encounter. That hundo CP for Scorbunny is going to be 470 CP. Please screenshot that now. That is a guaranteed hundo. But the other great thing about Scorbunny Community Day is that there is going to be a special background that will be released for Scorbunny that can potentially come from certain special field research tasks. These are not confirmed, but these have been based on the last previous COM days. If you see the task catch 5 Pokemon while in a party or catch 50 Pokemon, that generally is going to be a guaranteed special background field research task. Speaking of research though, if you wanted to upgrade your Scorbunny Com Day experience for a total cost of $2, please consider buying the ticket. That is going to award you 3 encounters with Scorbunny that have that special background. You're going to get an additional 10 encounters with Scorbunny, 1 premium battle pass, 1 rare XL candy. You're going to get up to 60 Ultra Balls, including 10,000 XP and 7,500 Stardust. These Com Day tickets are definitely worth your money. We know we mentioned these special backgrounds, but it's important to mention that Scorbunny is going to be appearing all over the place in the wild in that 3-hour time frame, and there is a chance, a small chance, that a Scorbunny in the wild can also have that special background. It doesn't end there. Like we said, it is going to be 1 hour lure module bonus, but that's going to last all the way until 9 p.m. that night, so even after the event ends, you can throw down a lure module, and up until 9 p.m. that night, Scorbunny will be attracted still to that lure module, and it will come with the same shiny rate, potentially with a special background as well. That Scorbunny is quick, but let's just revisit how good Cinderace is going to be with these new moves. Let's just start off without these moves, what it was sitting as. Unfortunately, as a raid attacker, this Pokemon with Flamethrower was only ranked about 55 as a fire type attacker. With Blast Burn though, that is going to make quite a big improvement, and it's going to be placed at the 26th best fire type attacker in the game. But something very interesting here is that Cinderace is actually going to be the best fire type starter to use as a fire type attacker, especially as a budget Pokemon now that the Calm Day has been released. But if you're wondering how good Pyro Ball is, unfortunately it looks like this move is going to be a 1-bar charge, which means it's going to take a lot longer to charge up this move, which means you can't fire off the moves as quick as Blast Burn, which is why I think Blast Burn is still going to be the preferred moveset. But let's just have a look at this Pokemon in PvP. Unfortunately, in the Great League and the Ultra League, its stats don't help this Pokemon at all because it just makes it far too glassy and way too attack heavy. So in the Great League and the Ultra League, it's not even breaking into the top 600 Pokemon in either category. So this is definitely not a PvP Pokemon. But there are hidden reasons why you want to be playing this day, and I'm going to kick this off now with tip number 1. First and foremost, candy gains. Scorbunny is a fire type Pokemon, which means in the background throughout this 3-hour time frame, I want you to have a mega evolved Mega Level 3 Fire type Pokemon, which is going to grant you an additional 2 candy per catch, but also 25% more chance at XL candy. And remember, every single Scorbunny that you catch that's at a higher level, for example, if it is sunny weather out and you see weather boosted Scorbunny, that's going to increase the chance of XL candy, because if you didn't know, catching Pokemon and transferring Pokemon at higher levels grants you more XL candy chance. So this is the mathematical breakdown of how to get candy on this day. Every Scorbunny you catch is going to grant you 6 candy per catch because of the 2x catch candy bonus. With a Pineapple Berry active, you're then going to get 12 candy per catch. With a Mega Evolution bonus at Mega Level 3, you're going to be getting up to 14 candy per catch. Guys, that is absolutely broken, especially on the XL candy side of things. Why this is so important? Again, as a raid attacking Pokemon, if you did get the hundo, it would be amazing, especially as a budget type attacker. But if you didn't know, G-Max Cinderace is currently the best fire type max attacker in the entire game, and one of the just best max attackers in the game right now, and probably will be for the foreseeable future. It is an absolute monster, and I was very lucky to get myself a hundo on Go Fest last year, which I am going to leave on screen. But the big thing here, and I'm going to be following my own tip, I don't have the XL candy for this Pokemon. So I'm telling you, this is what I'm going to be doing to make sure I get as much XL candy as I can to max this thing out to level 51 with Best Buddy. 100%. It's actually one of my favorite Pokemon, to be honest, and I'm so glad that I got it. That is why you really want to be playing this day, especially from a candy gains point of view. You want the candy, and especially the XL candy, for whenever that G-Max Cinderace does make its arrival in Pokemon Go again. Tip number 2, and I'm going to keep this brief because it's actually connected to the other event that's running at the same time, which is going to be the Pokemon Pokopia celebration event, which we've actually done another video for, and we will leave it up here now, and we are going to leave it as the end screen, which is the release of those new shiny costume Dittos. But the great XP bonus that's happening in this event that you could maybe take advantage of here, especially if you're playing in a new area or a new city, or you're downtown somewhere that you've never really been before, it's going to be 10 times XP for spinning a new Pokestop for the very first time, and 2 times XP for spinning Pokestops, which means on a lucky egg, every single new Pokestop you spin, you're going to be getting 6,400 XP per new Pokestop spin. If you just popped a lucky egg and you just hit 10 new Pokestops, guys, you're talking 60 to 70,000 XP by spinning 10 Pokestops. That is absolutely broken, and if you're in a bigger downtown area where there's maybe hundreds of stops that you could go through, guys, the XP gains could be astronomical. Please remember to do that. Tip number 3, and we're going to keep this one brief as well, is going to be about 100% IVs. A lot of people seem to ask from time to time, how do I know if I see 100% IV Pokemon in the wild, not just in field research like we've covered already? There are certain CPs that you could look out for, because as we know, in non-weather boosted weather outside of a a special event, the highest level Scorbunny that will spawn is going to be at level 30. And in weather boosted sunny weather, the highest level Scorbunny is going to be level 35. But we actually have those CPs for you to look out for. So that level 30 Hundo CP in the wild is going to be 940, and the level 35 Hundo CP in weather boosted sunny weather is going to be 1019 CP. Look out for those CPs around those numbers. That is how you could spot a hundo. Tip number 4 has to do with the main bonus of this day, which is going to be quarter egg hatch distance. If you guys don't know what that means, effectively, I'm going to leave on screen 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, and 12 kilometer eggs just to give you an example of what this bonus means. A 2 kilometer during this event only requires you to now walk 500 meters. A 5 kilometer egg, you're only going to have to walk 1.25 Ks. 10 kilometer, you're only going to have to walk 2.5, and a 12 kilometer, you're only going to have to walk 3. This is a hidden tip that I cannot believe. I don't see any creators ever mention this except maybe 1 or 2, but it is something I try and do all the time. You guys have about 5 or 6 days to do this. Please stack 12 kilometer eggs in your bag. And you're gonna be like, Mikey, why? It takes so long to walk. That's why this bonus is there. But it's not just because of what Pokemon is hatching from that egg. Guys, please remember, generally hatching 12 kilometer eggs would range between 70 to 100,000 Stardust if you got very lucky. On a star piece, it's pretty much guaranteed that you could be hatching about 150,000 Stardust from one batch of 12 kilometer eggs. Please do not overlook this. It is incredibly underrated, and I try and say this every single time, and you've got the time to do this. Clear out your eggs during the week, fill it up with 12 kilometer eggs, hatch them during the event, and then you could even replenish all those eggs with 7 kilometer eggs if there are certain Pokemon in that pool you might want, and then just repeat the process of hatching them on a star piece as well. There is big Stardust gains to be had here. Tip number 5 has to do with trading Pokemon. As we know, trades are going to cost 50% less Stardust, and we also get 1 additional special trade per day, which means you get a total of 2 on that day. Please do special trades, guys. We're going to leave examples on screen right now. We've seen some amazing results from this. You need to trade Pokemon. It's one of the most underutilized things, in my opinion, that a lot of trainers just don't take advantage of. We've just had that 30th celebration event where a lot of people were catching legendaries. This is a great time to trade those Pokemon. Try and get lucky. You never know what you could get. Tip number 6 has to do with platinum medals. As we all know, to get to level 80, you need 50 platinum medals in Pokemon Go, and there are few on this day that you could really chip away at. The first one is going to be your Kindler medal, which requires you to catch 2,500 Pokemon. Scorbunny is a fire type, which means you could actually complete almost most of this if you grind really hard. The other platinum medal that you could look at is the one that requires you to complete 2,500 field research tasks. On a day like a calm day, the field research tasks are connected to every single Pokestop, which means you have a number of opportunities to tick off field research to try and chip away at that medal if you have not reached platinum status already. And the other big one is going to be your cameraman medal, which requires you to get photobombed 400 times through a snapshot encounter. As we said, you can get up to 5 on a calm day, and calm days are a great way just to remember because they do happen every single month. And last but not least, remember to get to level 80, especially from level 70, for example, from level 70 to 71, you need to complete 999 nice throws or better, which means on a day like a calm day, because Scorbunny is going to be everywhere for 3 hours, hitting that nice, great, or even excellent throw is going to be very easy, because to learn the pattern of how to actually throw the ball becomes easy, and the muscle memory can be drilled in after a while, so you could actually complete even half of this comfortably if you catch a lot of Scorbunnies on this day. Just to summarize, and as we said in the beginning, the big 2 hidden features here are going to be the candy and XL candy for that Gmax whenever it does come around into rotation. Trust me, you're going to be very grateful that you played this day because of that. And the other thing is going to be those 12 kilometer eggs that you have time to prepare for now. There are always ways in Pokemon Go that you can take advantage if you just look through the lines. Guys, if you want to see everything going on this week in Pokemon Go, please check it out to my left. Please check out that Pokopia event, which we are in the middle of right now, and it actually will be ending on Sunday. We're going to leave it to our right here. Love you guys. Go with us. Please smash that like and subscribe button and that hype button as well. We want this video to travel as far as it possibly can. We're growing with you guys. The support is just outrageous, and again, we cannot do it without you, so let's do it together. Love you guys. Go with us, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.